Jamestown Planning Commission. Cindy, could you call the roll, please?
Nancy Bennett. Here. Gary Gerard.
Here.
Barry Holland.
Here.
Doug Pendlebury.
Here.
Michael Smith.
Here.
Michael Swistak.
Here.
Ben Trump.
Okay. First order of business, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the December 16th meeting.
Motion to accept the minutes of December 16th meeting.
Second. Any discussion?
Question, which I've now lost, but somewhere in here it said that the planner's report had been delivered orally. Does anybody remember that? No, I can't find it. Oh, here we go. Under item number 1, zoning ordinance amendment, that's on page 4. It said Lisa Breyer, town planner, read her recommendation in her report, and I felt like that recommendation should have been included in the minutes, since it wasn't delivered to us in writing.
Okay, but I'm sorry.
Okay, let's start again. Under zoning ordinance amendment.
Yeah, I'm here on page 4.
Yeah, it says Lisa Breyer, town planner, read her recommendation in her report, and there's no substance given, and it wasn't given to us in writing, and I thought the substance of it ought to have been put in the report, in the minutes. Partly because I couldn't remember it myself, and I didn't write it down. If I had a planner's report to refer to, everybody else would too.
Yeah. We'll listen to you.
Okay, thank you.
Any other changes, comments?
Last page, the third from the last paragraph, the last line. I think I realized I was probably confusing people, but what I was trying to say was we should be looking at potential lots, not just vacant lots.
So potential lots instead of development lots.
Yeah, lots that could be put together with consolidations and that kind of thing.
Anything else? Okay, all those in favor of approving the minutes with the 2 changes noted, say aye.
Right.
Anybody opposed? Minutes are approved, thank you. Okay. Correspondence, we do have some correspondence relative to flood maps from FEMA, and we'll take that up under new business. Are there any citizens here wishing to address the commission on a non-agenda item? There are none. And reports. Lisa?
We had a bike path committee meeting this afternoon, and they're still talking about, actually they didn't really talk about the alignment as they have been in past meetings. They kind of recapped their town council presentation that was given in December and talked about possible permitting scenarios for the bike path that runs east-west by the reservoir. The Buildings and Facilities Committee, I believe, I reported at the last meeting on that. Affordable housing has not met, wind energy has not met, and that's it. Thank you.
Quick question. Lisa, the bike path becomes reality, when is that scheduled to happen?
Well, currently it's conceptual, and there's no automatic funding that has been targeted for that particular path. There is funding for a bike path that is listed in the state, for the Rhode Island DOT, what they call their TIP, their Transportation Improvement Program, and you must be on the TIP in order to get funded for projects. And so we do have a project in the TIP that's called Bicycle Access on and off the Jamestown Bridge. And DOT has kind of clarified that because it's a long story, but they clarified that because originally we were listed in the TIP as North Road Bike Path. When all of the bike path funding went goodbye, well, it didn't actually go goodbye, all of the bike paths in the state were funded through federal earmarks except ours. And so at that point, they lumped it into the highway project and got rid of all the bike path projects because there was no federal funding for them anyway. And so that's kind of how our funding sits, is in the project that's now a highway project and not a bike path project, and it's entitled Access on and off the bridge. So they still commit to the North Road Bike Path project. It's just kind of, and it's a very large sum of money because it also includes demolition of the old bridge that was going to be the pier. So it's a little confusing as to how much funding is actually targeted, and we haven't been able to nail that down yet until we get past the conceptual stage. So I think through this committee, we're trying to kind of get it moving and have them make a commitment, because DOT is involved in this committee as well, so that we can kind of figure out what it actually means for us.
I have a question. Lisa, at the meeting when Bob Sutton presented the whole plan, there were a lot of suggestions for, like, I don't know, a couple of things about exactly how the path went, whether it's straight or curved. Are they leaving it the way it was presented, or has...
So they decided today at the meeting that they would not really refine the alignment until they did the on-site surveying, and they know the exact topography. Because I think the goal was to kind of have it such that you're not cutting across contours and making it, you know, sloped in one direction more than the other. So they really want to see what is out there first in terms of the grade and topography before they make the exact alignment decision. But I think they did kind of discuss that one comment in particular about whether it's straight or curved. They did kind of decide that, you know, this bike path is really not going to be for the expert cyclist, and it will be catered for all users, meaning bikers, walkers, you know, rollerbladers, people with baby carriages, dog walkers, you know. So having it curved will not be the worst thing in the world if they do decide that that's what they want to do. And they do also want to maximize a lot of the views from it as well when you get over towards the farm. So that will be a goal as well.
Are they talking about separating it from the travel lanes?
The one that they're talking about now runs from North Road at the reservoir over to the east, and then ends up on Elmwood Avenue and connects to East Shore Road. So they haven't been talking. The presentation that the bike committee made to the council was in relation to that east-west bike path rather than the North Road bike path, which they had discussed with the council previously.
So what happened to the North Road, the north-south axis?
Nothing. I think that the chairman kind of decided that this was a spur that we could possibly tackle locally through the Public Works Department. It's not going to be that large of a project. The North Road bike path has a lot of wetland issues. The right-of-way is very narrow, as well as the pavement itself, and so that is going to be an extremely expensive bike path. So in the meantime, let's see if we can get started on this one and you know, kind of do them simultaneously. Yeah.
Anybody have anything to add with regards to harbor or tree committee?
Tree committee didn't meet.
All right, on to old business and or new business. Justin, are you here for the duration or just for flood?
Yeah, if we could take that first, that would be great. Yeah.
You're always welcome to stay.
He's been here